Welcome back to another Grizzly Books True Crime episode. Today I'm going to be covering the case of a missing person whose name is Gabbie Petito. This has gone absolutely viral online. I hope for all the right reasons. I hope that everyone creating content would be creating it not for the virality of the case, but to help spread information so that Gabbie can be found. I really hope that she is found alive. That would be amazing. She seems like a very strong woman, so even if Brian Laundrie, her fiance, which I see now people are just saying boyfriend, but he was her fiance, if he left her out in the wild at like Yellowstone National Park, I believe she can survive. I believe so. But we gotta, man, this case is absolutely fascinating when we look at Brian Laundrie and his actions and the family and everything. So don't worry, we'll get into it now. Let's just take a deep breath and let's get started. As always, this is a true crime channel, so trigger warning applies across the board on all videos I make. Sometimes I play you my trigger warning video. Other times I just want to get into the video. I just want to get started, you know. I'm sure you do too. This case is, it's unfolding before our very eyes. Like, you know, I think sometimes I avoid cases that are like happening right now because all of that energy and hype and concern, you know, it's overwhelming. As you know, I do have, I experience a lot of anxiety in my life, so it's quite difficult for me to vibe with that energy, but I do understand the importance of it. We want to share information, hoping that Gabbie will be found alive. I mean, the more information that's shared, the better. You know, so it's not about jumping on a case because it's the next cool case to talk about. No cases are cool to talk about. I mean, this is true crime. It's the worst day in someone's life. You know, no matter how it turns out, when it's a case, a true crime case, it involves some sinister stuff. Even if there is a happy ending, for instance, in this case, it's still, Gabbie would have had to survive in the wild in Yellowstone National Park by herself. I mean, so out of all respect for the case and for Gabbie, for her family, for everyone involved, the reason that I'm covering it is to spread information, to look at this case with those question marks we all have of like, wait, what? Because Brian Laundrie, oh man, what a person of interest, right? So I prepared some slides for you today. We're going to go through a timeline of the events as we know it so far. I'm going to show you the video that they have on the YouTube channel, which is 8 minutes long. So I don't know if I show you the whole thing, but I'll show you some of it. Wow. So this is Gabbie Petito on the left. She's only 22 years old. Her boyfriend or fiance on the right, Brian Laundrie, can be seen there. That is an image taken from the body cam footage taken on the 12th of August. Yes, this year, 2021. This case is happening right now. There is the number to call. 1-800-CALL-FBI. Now, the thing is, obviously, I am South African living in the Netherlands. So this is a number for Americans if you have any information. If you were in Moab, Utah at the time, Yellowstone National Park, if you were in Yosemite, which is miles away, even though that's where Brian Laundrie, okay, we'll get into it, but said that a text came from her phone to say she had no signal there in Yosemite, which is odd. I've got maps and things to show you as well. So anyway, the point is, if you've seen anything, if you have any information, this is a number that has been set up, a anonymous tip-off line or tip line. Please call them if you know anything, if you've seen anything. I mean, how odd is it that Gabbie's Instagram was mysteriously deleted? And then when her parents asked Instagram, what the hell? They said, oh, whoops, sorry, it was deleted in error. But it could have been Brian that did that. We just don't know. So let's look at this. So you can look at the bottom, Fairfield Inn and Suites, right? Salt Lake City. That is the last place that Gabbie Petito was seen alive, checking out of the Fairfield Inn and Suites with Brian Laundrie. Okay, and they were supposedly driving to Yellowstone National Park. So I've put the map there for you to see the route they would have taken. We don't know if they would have taken that one that's highlighted in blue or the gray ones. We don't know exactly. But yeah, based on, what's known as the Yellowstone Zone of Death, which I'll explain in a moment, Brian may have taken that blue route. So let me just type this in quickly so that I can explain this to you. Zone of Death. 1 second, please. The Yellowstone Zone of Death. It's a 50 square mile zone which falls into jurisdictions, from what I understand, where someone could technically commit murder in that zone, and because of whatever constitution and laws and all this kind of stuff, they could actually get away with it, you know? So, wow. I'm just trying to look if there's any other... they say you could theoretically escape a conviction for murder in that zone, but it's based on legalities, you know, falling in 2 areas and depending on where it is. So I've highlighted that because if you look at the route, the blue one on the left-hand side, that is the route they speculatively would have traveled if they were going to Yellowstone National Park. And then I've zoomed in on it a little bit, which you can see on the right-hand side, and they would have very much passed through or at the top of the Yellowstone Zone of Death. I mean, since then, Gabbie has not been heard from. So it is interesting, which would make speculatively, allegedly, her fiance, yes, a person of interest. And wow, very calculated at that. So that on the top right is Brian Laundrie. On the bottom right is a picture from Gabbie's Instagram page where they were living a van life. We will go through the whole timeline of events. But I just wanted to show you this map as well. If we look at the Fairfield Inn and Suites, right, and then traveling up all the way to Yellowstone National Park, then look at the long trip that he took back home by himself to Northport, Florida. Do you see that? It's a massive, massive trip. He returned home without her. So let's go through that. Here we go. Timeline of events. Gabbie Petito and Brian Laundrie started dating in March of 2019. Apparently, though, they were childhood friends. So they started dating, though, officially in March 2019. Gabbie moved to Northport, Florida. She was initially from Long Island to live with him and his family for 1 year. They got engaged in July of 2020. They decided to start a cross-country road trip in July 2021 in Gabbie's 2012 Ford van. They were documenting their journey on social media, which is Instagram and YouTube. So her Instagram handle, which is now active again, not active, it's there again, it's not deleted, is at Gabbie Petito. His one is at Bizarre Design, and oh man, is that quite something to analyze. And their YouTube channel is Nomadic Static. So if you type in Gabbie Petito YouTube channel or Brian Laundrie YouTube channel, it doesn't come up in the search results, but if you look for Nomadic Static, you can find it. On August the 12th, police responded to a call from a witness who saw Gabbie and Brian fighting near the Arches National Park. I mean, it must have been quite a fight for a witness to be like, you know what, I'm going to call the police. This is where the body cam footage is from. So if you know anything about this case, you would see so many videos sharing the body cam footage, which at some stage, if you want me to, of course, I can analyze that. Gabbie was last seen alive when she checked out of the Fairfield Inn in Salt Lake City near the airport. Now, that was on August 24th. On August 25th, Gabbie texts her mom to tell her that she is in Grand Teton National Park in Wyoming. On August 30th, the final text is sent from Gabbie's phone to her mom saying that she has no signal in Yosemite. Now, let's look at that. When you look at the top there, Yellowstone National Park, the pin that I've put on the right-hand side is, of course, where Brian Laundrie's home was. So why the hell would she say there's no signal in Yosemite? To me, let's speculate that if he is the guilty person for her disappearance, which we very much think, right? It would be very calculated to send the cops on a goose chase in the opposite direction. You know, the final text saying no signal in Yosemite National Park. Whereas the parents knew that they were in Grand Teton National Park and then Yellowstone National Park, which are quite close to each other. So to then say Yosemite, now there's no signal, yeah, that's a bit odd. Whereas possibly he was heading home from Yellowstone National Park, straight home to Florida. Why would he have gone, you know, I mean, it's like 900 miles or 811 miles westward and then headed home. You know what I mean? Anyway, so Brian Laundrie returned to his parents' home by himself, arriving on September 1st. The drive from Yellowstone National Park would have taken 35 hours non-stop or 40 hours from Yosemite. He got home, lawyered up, and now refuses to speak to the police because, you know, it's out of their jurisdiction. If they don't have evidence, he doesn't have to talk. He's a person of interest, but legally he doesn't have to talk. But it's weird, right? On September 11th, Gabby's family reported her missing to the police at 6:55 p.m. Her van has been recovered from Brian and the police are searching for clues. So that's the only thing they could get out of him was her van. Gabbie Petito is still missing. Now, here's another interesting part of this story, and it may or may not be linked. Many people say there's no connection at all. The police say they don't believe there's a connection. However, on August 13th, remember the body cam footage was from August 12th. On August 13th in Moab, the same area, you see on the top left, that's the Arches National Park, which is August 12th. That is from the morning before Gabbie Petito and Brian Laundrie had their fight, and the police got involved, and there's the body cam footage, and then they got separated and had to stay in separate hotels or rooms, and then since then, when she checked out, that's the last time she was ever seen alive. But now, the very next night, so August 13th, was actually a Friday night, the couple on the right, Crystal Turner and Kaylin Schulte, went to Woody's Tavern. Okay, now you can see world famous Woody's Tavern in Moab. And on the top of the map where the blue is, it's 9 minutes and only 5.4 miles apart. The top is where, at the top of the map, right? That is where the body cam footage was taken from. So only 5.4 miles away, there's a bar, Woody's Tavern. Now, these two women were shot at their campsite and, yeah, obviously found dead. They were murdered on August 13th. They were sending messages to their family to say there's a really creepy man at the campsite. Now, they haven't identified the creepy man. No one knows who killed that couple. But it is very strange that Brian Laundrie was also in Moab at the time, had just had a fight with his beautiful blonde girlfriend, and may have gone to this bar to blow off some steam. We don't know. We don't know yet. This case is still happening right now. We don't know if they went to that bar to maybe they said they didn't drink alcohol. You know, I just feel like they also ate mostly vegetables and lived this van life, which it doesn't look to me like he was all that into eating only the vegetables, if you know what I mean. Just based on his Instagram videos and stuff, I'm like, So maybe he went over there to be like blowing off some steam. Let's say have a beer, have a steak, and then saw this couple. We don't know. I'm just speculating like big time now. I'm just saying the timing is a bit odd that on August 12th is this massive altercation with a couple, and then Gabbie goes missing, and the very next day, these women are murdered in the campsite. I mean, wow. Okay, so let's go head over back to me. Here I am. And let me put this on for you. That's not it. I'm looking at the zone of death for you. Let's make this full screen and put this on for you over here. Yes? Let's also move me over. This is the video that's available on their channel called Nomadic Static, Van Life Beginning Our Journey. And it was posted 4 weeks ago. Okay, so let's look at this. I'm just checking you can hear it, yeah?
Gabbie Petito never goes outside.
Don't get copyright strike for this music playing right here. Damn, look at those wide open spaces, right? Apparently their friends and family said that they were like couple goals. This is literally a quote, like couple goals. Like they were always laughing, always smiling. Wow. Sorry, I just have to interject and say, remember they also said that about Chris Watts and Shanann though. Apparently, Gabby was a nutritionist and she was working at a juice bar, and then she quit her job to live this van life, traveling cross country with Brian Laundrie so that they could, you know, explore a lot of national parks. I mean, it looks awesome, right? Wow. Ah, she's driving over there. Yeah. One has to wonder. I don't think, you know, I know, I feel like, I don't want to speak for all women, but most of us ladies, you know, on social media like to film things and share things. I mean, this is why I started my YouTube channel. I love to share things, share information, share stories, whatever. This is why I also have 2 Instagram handles. I used to have 5, okay? Now I've narrowed it down to 2, but I just love sharing things. I just don't know how many guys love that so much, especially in a couple situation. I mean, there are guys that like it, but this one is reminding me of Chris Watts, where it's almost like being subjected to being on social media. This is no amount. There's 0% victim blaming going on here. I'm just watching him because he's a person of interest, and I'm like, I wonder how he felt about all this social media stuff, because he seems like someone who just wants to be out there barefooting it, literally carving it up. There is a video of him on the sand dunes, okay? He was carving it up. I can show you if you like. And I just feel like he wanted freedom away, away from the media, away from everything. I mean, even his bio says something to that effect of like, it's better to have bug bites than to be brainwashed by the media. I think that's what it says. So you know, to be on camera all the time, even though that's what the plan was, to have the van life documented, put it on YouTube and social media, he agreed to that. It just seems like he didn't love the whole interaction on social media thing. And when we look at the body cam footage, she did say that she was hitting him, she was punching him, and then he grabbed her face, and that's also why, you know, the witnesses called the police. But when they asked him, why do you have like scratches on your neck and your hands and everything? He said, oh, she was like pointing a phone at me, or she had her phone and he was trying to like grab it. So I think she was like, I'm going to film you. You know what I mean? Valid if he was behaving like a total douchebag. But I think she was like, I'm going to film you now, behaving this way. Running on the beach. Right, you guys can see it. I don't want to share too much, just because it's their video, you know what I mean? Wow, I just wanted to show you some stuff, some scenes from the van and things like that. If you want to check it out for yourself, it's Nomadic Static. I'll actually link it in the description box. See, this guy was always barefoot, literally always. Wow. You see? And I just want to see how the... Well, not see. I want to show you how the video ends. That's their van. She made it very beautiful. Right? Now it says this video is unavailable, which I think is the next video. Man, so what do you guys think? Let me know what you think. It's that's the only video that's on there, so I don't know if the others have been removed or what. That's the only one I could find. Now, what I want to show you is let me do this. Okay, looking from my Instagram handle, Grizzly_books, and this is Gabbie Petito. This is her Instagram. So she said, along for the ride, traveling the world in our tiny van, art, yoga, and veggies. Hashtag van life, and there's the YouTube channel link. So, okay, there's the YouTube channel link. Man, I went on a whole chase to find this. Literally right there, though. Okay, and so here's her pictures. Let's look at this one. This was Happy Halloween 3 weeks ago. Wow. Yep. Looking at all the comments. August 26th. This was posted on August 26th? Oh my word. It says 3 weeks ago and it says Happy Halloween. Don't you think that that's something that he would have written? I mean, the incident happened, the altercation, right? Domestic violence, as they say, or domestic abuse, on the 12th, the Thursday. So this was now on the 26th, August 26th, saying Happy Halloween. Hey, we still got a month to go to that. But Gabby's mother heard from her for the last time on August 30th. Wow, like, this is hectic. This was the day, this was on August 12th. These pictures were posted on the day that the fight broke out. You wouldn't say. This is why, people, social media is not real, okay? Just remember that. Perfect couples on social media, that doesn't exist. The more perfect, probably the worse the situation is at home. I'm just saying, I'm sorry, I'm speculating, but it's just too many cases like that where it's like these amazing perfect pictures and then you find out, wait, there's more to the story. See, this was on July 31st, they say. But they were at the Arches National Park. Wow. So they took all these pictures, and then on this was posted on August 12th, as you can see there, which is the day that the police did the body cam footage thing. This was posted, on August 19th, almost immediately after telling Bizarre Design, which is Brian Laundrie, how happy it made me to see that people were fully respectful of the park. I watched some guy leave his processed, prepackaged plastic conglomerate of lunch garbage on the picnic table. Respect national parks, live plastic free, live sustainably, and all that, right? They say all investigators have to do is come here for clues. Well, I mean, look at Brian sitting in the background there with his head down. Who knows what he's doing? But he didn't want to be part of this photo right here. Wow, and then this one is like Happy Halloween on August 26th. I'm sorry, I'm just shocked by that. So if we look here, let's go look at his page, okay? Yeah, Bizarre Design, we got it. He says, take a hike every day. I'm sorry, I read it in that tone, yeah. Take a hike every day. But I think it's like, take a hike every day. I don't know. I just feel that like passive-aggressive vibe there. And he says, bug bites are better than being brainwashed by the media. More passive-aggressive vibes. And then nature enthusiast. Yeah, we know from all the barefoot stuff. Taking on van life with Gabbie Petito, nomadicstatic.com. Okay. So let's look at his pictures. This he posted on August 13th, the next day. The next day after the fight. Humans are primates, great apes in fact, but I don't know all how great we are as a species. Chimpanzees share 98.8% of their DNA with humans, our closest living relative, but as I see it, every living creature is in some way our relative, even trees. Only 800 million years ago, animal cells started appearing on Earth comprised of mainly the same parts and following the same functions as plant cells, requiring oxygen, solar energy, minerals, nutrients, and water. This tree, Juniperus osteosperma, was surviving in only inches of soil, in an area of extreme heat and drought. I don't know if you guys are reading what I'm reading, but let's say if something had already happened to Gabby, we don't know. If he's saying this, it's like saying, she'll survive out in the wild. It's all good. Because it was the next day. And almost like returning her, like saying, it's like saying life or death doesn't really matter, you know, that it's just, we're all part of the earth anyway. You know what I mean? Are you feeling those vibes? Because I am. So he says, requiring oxygen, solar energy, minerals, nutrients, and water. This tree was surviving in only inches of soil in an area of extreme heat and drought. So he's like proud of the tree surviving in a very drought situation, a dry ass situation. Okay, I think our culture, our society has put itself above all living creatures, creating needs purely to support destructive economic practices. This tree doesn't require an Apple Watch. See the aggression for social media. It doesn't require an Apple Watch. It doesn't stream its favorite shows or have a microwave oven, pay health insurance, or drink grand iced caramel macchiatos. It's just a tree, but you rarely see geese riding jet skis or wearing designer clothing either. I think if we all want breathable air and drinkable water, we all need to learn how to live with less. Oh my word, that's all I'm going to say. That is hectic. Look at this dude. Well, did you get rid of that which irritates you so much, Brian? Hey, imagine if he's watching this. I mean, and let's see, this post was from 4 weeks ago. That's what it said. August 13th, same day. Same day, he said, not a lot of biodegradable packaging for on-the-go food these days. That's why I stick with my melon rinds, apple cores, peach pits, and banana peels. He also spelled peels, very funny. Also, most melons contain around 90% water. Talk about hydration. Let's keep plastic water bottles off the trail, or better yet, off the planet. Okay. It's reminding me of that scene from Ice Age where it's those dodos on a cliff saying, the last melon. Bizarre Design said, barefoot hiking at Gabbie Petito. Man, he wants to be at one with nature, but what if I'm going to speculate for a second. Trigger warning coming up. This is for entertainment purposes only and all that legal stuff. What if he murdered her? What if? And in his mind, he feels like it's becoming one with nature. What if, let's throw out some big words, he's a nature-loving narcissist? They say Chris Watts vibes for sure. You see that? Oh my word. Chris Watts vibes for sure. Yeah. There he is. You see that face there? I mean, this is them posing for a picture. You know, it's that Instagrammable content that's just like, look happy for a second. Like, perfect. But he's just like, like his face looks like, I'm sorry, I just read. Based on my own trauma and background, I read a lot of faces, body language, vibes. And his vibe right there is like, I hate you. You know what I mean? If I was with that dude on this trip, and I've been on trips with dudes, and fights broke out. Oh yes. So it feels like that. That's how the picture, if I had been on a trip with one of the boyfriends from my past and there was this like vibe between us, this is how it would look. That's how the pictures look. Okay, so I'm basing that on my own, it's my own opinion based on my own experience. And then here, let's see what this is. This was July 23rd, okay, beginning of the trip. Thank you, Gabbie Petito, for putting up with me through Utah, a topographic playground. Putting up with me, huh? Oh, are you a problem? A baby boy. I choose to only spend my time in places I don't have to wear shoes. Always listen to the Natural Lifestylist podcast when we're traveling on the road. Everyone's saying, where the F is Brian? Okay, so who wants to know where is he, right? You know where he is? At his mama's house. Not talking, lawyered up. He's mowing the lawn. He's just living his life there, but not talking to the police. And you know what I can't say grinds my melons. What grinds my melons? Melon boy. What grinds my melons? It just sounds all kinds of wrong, I'm sorry. What gets to me is that his parents are protecting him big time. When the cops show up with like, hello, we'd like to talk to your son. Like he's the only one who knows where she was last seen and like what happened to her. The parents shoo the cops away, like, get off our property, get away from here. Like if that isn't a red flag, then I don't know what is. It's almost as if they know that their son did something, but they're not the type to be like, give him up for prison. You know what I mean? Like, yes, take him, because they know the minute he starts talking, oh, it's over. He's going to prison. That's what I think. Speculatively. Wow. So, yeah, that is what is happening there. What else? What else did I share? I wanted to share with you. So who are the parents? Brian Laundrie's father, Chris Laundrie, is 62, and mother, Roberta Laundrie, 55, are residents of Wabasso Avenue in Northport, Florida. According to their tax documents, they own a 10,000 square foot property in the area. Recently, the couple was papped in front of the house on Tuesday, September 14th, after they drove cops away from questioning their son. They say, we talked to the parents who did not make him available. The hell? They say, meanwhile, Chris Laundrie has been spotted, the dad, at usual household activities like lawn mowing while continued to shield their son from the ongoing probe. Why? Why are you shielding your son? Why? Please do the right thing. Please. This is my plea. This is what my video is going to be about. Yes, if anyone has information, please call the tip line. But oh my word, my pleas to those parents, please get out of the way. Please let police talk to him. You know, this is just so frustrating, man. They say Brian Laundrie and his parents' eerie silence on Gabbie Petito's disappearance raised a lot of suspicions, particularly after Petito's mother, Nicole, claimed that she shared an amicable relationship with Roberta Laundrie, who thought of her like a daughter and was once so excited about the news of Brian and Gabbie's engagement. Now they are deliberately avoiding interaction with investigators and seeking legal strategies to do the same. They say it's an excessively mysterious scenario. We don't perceive why he's doing this. Everyone's assuming the worst and considering he's in charge of this. However, I don't need to imagine that. I need to imagine she's simply short of lend a hand in the market and that everyone must stay looking out, said Nicole Schmidt, right? I mean, please, get out of the way. Even if the parents could just, kind of get out the way, cops could get to him and talk to him. If he murdered her in the zone of death, there's a lot of differing articles, as you saw what I had opened there earlier. If you look at I'll show you this again. This is what I had opened before. I say Yellowstone zone of death. There's so many different articles on this. So they say it might not be a legal zone of death, and they say yes, it may be. Yes, it may not be. So it depends on where it is, right? TheAtlantic.com, the loophole. There's a glitch in the U.S. Constitution. Let's look at that. So, yes, I accept the cookies. Inside Yellowstone National Park, there's a glitch in the U.S. Constitution. Okay. When Mike Belderine hunted down the bigger elk in his life, he didn't know he stumbled into a zone of death, the remote home of a legal glitch that could short-circuit the Constitution, a place where technically you could get away with murder. At a time when we're surrounded by preventable deaths, we document one journey to avert disaster. So it's this whole article here about it, but that's a factor too. So even if they could talk to him, imagine if he gets away with this. This case will drive us absolutely bonkers, just like the Chris Watts case. Am I right? Now, do you guys want to see some of the body cam footage where we're at? We go Gabbie Petito body cam. I don't know where everyone gets this from, that they can just share it, you know, on their pages, but I can't show you the whole thing because that would just be ridiculous right now. But I can show this. So hold on. Let's look at this one from the news channel here. This is from News4Jax. It's all over the news.
Since police body camera video was released, the family of a missing Florida woman is begging her fiance's family to tell them what happened.
Please.
Brian Laundrie and his fiance, Gabbie Petito, were on a cross-country trip. The couple had an encounter with police in Utah that was captured on body cam. Gabbie's last communication was in Grand Teton Park, Wyoming. Brian returned home to Northport, Florida, without his fiancée.
Yeah, he did.
Now there's a nationwide search for Gabbie Petito involving the FBI. Her family reported her missing September 11th. And Joy is here now. Joy, even police seem frustrated.
Mary Kent, the police chief in Northport, Florida, where the couple lives, is not only speaking out on national TV, he posted this tweet on his page, a message to Brian Laundrie's lawyer, which says in part, 2 people left on a trip and 1 person returned.
Yes. Oh,
Laundrie
my word.
is now a person of interest, but the police body cam video adds another.
He's not a suspect. He's a person of interest, okay? So he's not a suspect yet because they haven't found her. They don't know if she's dead or alive.
Twist to this mystery. Dramatic police body cam video shows Gabbie Petito in tears the day she and her fiance got into a nasty argument.
We just been fighting all morning.
The just released video was taken August 12th when police pulled the couple's van over in Utah after a witness reported them arguing at a grocery store and called 911. The officer.
Damn. Okay, that's a new detail. Didn't know they were arguing at a grocery store. I thought they were arguing right there by the where they were found, but they were arguing at a grocery store. And yeah, when Brian, who was driving, saw the police lights, he actually accelerated.
Asks Petito to step out to explain what's going on.
I just quit my job to travel across the country, and I'm trying to start a blog. I have a lot of stuff, so I've been building my website, so I've been really stressed.
Then Laundrie's questioned.
Here he
Tell me
comes.
what's going on. You see, this gets worked up sometimes.
Gabbie told police she has OCD and was afraid Laundrie was going to leave her stranded at the grocery store.
And instead, he may have left her stranded in Yellowstone National Park. This is terrible.
She apparently scratched him during the back and forth argument.
You want to tell me about those scratches on your face? She had a cell phone in her hand. That's why I was pushing her away.
See, he said she had a cell phone in her hand. That's why I was pushing her away. You mean she was filming you? And your aggression.
I'm not going to pursue anything. I love her.
Neither was charged, and the police told.
Now, he said, I'm not going to pursue anything because she's my fiance and I love her, because she admitted that she was punching him at first, right? So they were like, is this a domestic violence thing? I find it's not funny, but to say domestic implies home, right? But like a relationship, abusive situation, possibly. They were asking that. And she's like, well, yeah, he was driving and I punched him. And she also grabbed the steering wheel, which is how they ran into a curb, which is why the cops were like, damn, what is going on in this car? But what sucks is that at that moment they were like, was he hitting her? And she's like, no, I was hitting him. You know, she was so frustrated with him.
Told the two to spend the night apart to cool down. Petito in the couple's van, and police took Laundrie to a nearby hotel.
Okay, she stayed the night in the van, and he stayed in a hotel. In hindsight, that does not seem right?
In late August, Petito's family says she vanished while at Grand Teton National Park in Wyoming. September 1st, Laundrie returned home to Northport, Florida.
There's the home. That's where Melon Boy lives.
Florida alone. September 11th, Petito's family reported her missing, her father pleading for help from the public.
Whatever you can do to make sure my daughter comes home, I'm asking for that help.
Now, a desperate public plea from Petito's parents through their attorney to Laundrie's parents. Now that investigators say Laundrie refuses to cooperate.
Our lives are falling apart.
There was a letter that Gabbie Petito's parents wrote to Brian Laundrie's parents.
We believe you know the location of where Brian left Gabbie. We beg you to tell us. As a parent, how could you let us go through this pain?
Yes.
Petito and Laundrie started their cross-country drive back in July from Long Island, New York, where they both grew up. Police say they had been living in their van for 4 months, but the couple told investigators that tensions had been building over all that time together.
Right, which sucks. I feel like I've watched a lot of videos of people living the van life, and anxiety increases rapidly. It's just like an upward curve. It looks so stressful. It looks like it's advertised as this really awesome thing to do, and it just seems like the most stressful thing in the world, especially when you're two people in such a confined space, traveling around from the modern world we live in to suddenly live in a van, right? And, you know, got a shower and toilet and all that kind of stuff at like gas stations or motels and things like that. It's kind of tough, actually. Yeah, so it's not what it's advertised to be, just like social media is not real, and what you see on there, all the perfection doesn't exist, you know what I mean? Wow. So yeah, let me know what you think. If you want me to analyze the body cam footage, because I sure will. I sure will. It's an absolutely fascinating case. As I say, I hope that Brian's parents can get out of the way. They should also not lawyer up now. You want to keep a criminal or a potential criminal in your house and shield your baby boy, your melon boy? Come on. Oh, that's just so wrong on every level. If you want to see the slides, one more time? So that's where the world famous Woody's Tavern was. And rest in peace to Crystal Turner and Kaylin Schulte. Man, that just sucks. Apparently, they were murdered by someone who was not standing for any gay rights or anything like that. But we don't know who it was. And the timeline of events as we saw, and where the last text was from, which now Gabby's mom believes that Brian must have sent that text to say, no signal in Yosemite. That was the last text message that she got from Gabby on September 30th. And yeah, she believes now that Brian sent that using her phone. And since then, maybe you have questions, right? So do I. Where is her phone? Did they track her phone? Can they track her watch? No, they can't find her phone. So he obviously got rid of the phone too. So now you can see in hindsight everything. August 12th, police responded to a call from a witness who saw Gabby and Brian fighting. So near the Arches National Park, but at a grocery store. Now we know that too. I didn't watch this clip before, but now it's a grocery store. See, we build layer by layer. She was last seen alive when she checked out of the Fairfield Inn in Salt Lake City near the airport. That was on August 24th. And on August 25th, she texted her mom to tell her that she's in Grand Teton National Park in Wyoming. And then on August 30th, the final text is sent from Gabby's phone to say that she has no signal in Yosemite. Okay, so now we're going backwards. So the Instagram handles again, Gabbie Petito at Bizarre Design, Nomadic Static, the YouTube channel. In fact, while we're there, this is why I went backwards. I want to see if I missed anything. I want to show you this, and then we'll go here. Bizarre Design. That's what I want to show you. Hold on. Okay, so I'm going to go back to this. Yes. Now, Bizarre Design. Okay, so let's go down and look at this dude's stuff. What did he say here? That picnic basket has us taken to some beautiful spots. Look at him. Does he look like he's enjoying that for real? To me, I'm sorry. I judge everything. I know. I'm sorry. But you gotta in these cases now, you know? Now over here, to me, he's like, he's eating with long teeth. Is that a saying you know as well? My mother used to say to me, you're eating with long teeth, which means like you're smiling and saying like yum yum, but not really enjoying it. So I don't know. I just don't know. I feel like he was hangry as hell. But okay, so I wanted to show you this. He says this design was a fun one. So he designs these little wooden things, right? Stamps. He makes his own stamps that says Bizarre Design, as you can see. at Bizarre Design. Don't know what the top one says. Then it says Instagram, right? And then he writes, this was a fun one. I want to give them little bodies with blood spraying from their necks. A lot of gore. Maybe an axe or a chainsaw. Generic, itchy and scratchy stuff. It says Lino Cut, Simpsons, itchy and scratchy fan art. Jeez. He's got quite a twisted mind there. What did he say here? BMO's got to be my favorite character. Also a little peppermint butler thrown in there. Dark Magic 101. Okay, I'm just saying. Just saying. Remember NK and her dark magic? This one says, the effing craziest out of all of Chuck's books on my shelf. I can't fathom how he must have written this one. I'd love to preach all of the insane twists and turns, but all I can say is that I'll never forget the name Rant Casey or Green Taylor Sims. Me and my fiance read this one out loud together, and boy, oh boy, I can't believe some of the stuff coming out of our mouths. You like that gore, do ya? Look at this one. Look at this one. Reading is different than any other consumption of media. It takes more effort than staring at a screen half alive. It allows you to use your brain rather than melt it. And there's no author more stimulation to me, probably more stimulating is what he means, but there's no author more stimulation to me than at Chuck, I don't even want to say that name wrong. Palahniuk. Okay then. See, they say blood across her mouth. This is some sick not a coincidence. I get a dark, dark feeling, no remorse. It's getting creepy, people. I mean, look, he made this little design without a mouth. I'm sorry, symbolically that's you're premeditating that you're going to draw blood spewing out of someone's mouth. A girl, a princess. Does she not eerily look like a little blonde princess? Does he have anger issues towards that? We don't know. But it also symbolically and psychologically would represent making sure someone doesn't have a voice, that you cut out their voice. We all know what Ed Kemper did to his mother's vocal cords, am I right? Look at all this stuff. What's going on here? The ghoulish faces of Adam and Barbara from one of my favorite Tim Burton movies, okay? We're going backwards. What's going on here? Grim Reaper leading sheep to the slaughter and a mousetrap. They say I would have deleted this one, bud. Yeah, think. Do you see? See what I'm saying? Fight Club. Only after disaster can we be resurrected. It's only after you've lost everything that you're free to do anything. Nothing is static. Everything's evolving. Everything is falling apart. The guy got some mental health issues. I do love the movie Fight Club, but the way that he's doing stuff is like, wow. Let's see what's going on here. Get swifty with this black and light poster. Rick and Morty art. What you got going on here, bro? Last Hellboy watercolor, I promise. Pen and watercolor, Frankenstein's monster. Okay, just want to say I'm a really big fan of art of MM. First time I picked up Hellboy, I was 8 and it had a big impact on me. Thank you for creating an intricate character. Intricate, you say? Okay then. Yeah, people are appealing to him on his Instagram page. Wow. Here we go with the engagement picture, I think. My biggest fear that one day I'll wake up and it will all have been a dream, because that is what every second has felt like since the moment we found each other. Listen to the sentence. Till death do us part, or until I wake up. I'm so happy the answer was yes. Love you, honey. Yeah, they say so eerie. Yeah, it looks like you woke up from your dream. But it's weird how he says, till death do us part, or until I wake up. And before that, he was just saying that the only way to be all woke, you know, is to destroy everything, to get resurrected after losing everything. You see? And here's this picture where it says, it's been an incredible year, by far the best of my life. I've been to so many beautiful places, had so many amazing experiences, and all with the best sidekick in the world. They say sidekick traveling in her van. Ew. Wanker. I just think it's belittling narcissistic language. I'm sorry. I do analyze everything. I'm a true crimer. We got to go there. Okay? But to be like, yeah, man, my sidekick. I think you're the sidekick. You're the tag-along. I know she lived with him and his parents for a year. But it was her van. She was starting the blog. She was running everything. He had almost no input in that kind of stuff, from what we know. Man. I've hiked hundreds of miles on the AT, but hiking in Colorado seemed like my ship crashed on a whole other planet. Yeah, Chris Watts too. The highlight of Los Angeles was definitely the street art. Now I know what people mean when they say LA sucks. Gross, dude. I hope you drop your soap. I love all the comments, oh my word. Yeah, they say people should protest right outside his home, like 1,000 people strong, or more obviously, and do that every single day. That should rattle him into finally speaking up. Dude, you knew she was too good for you. Where is she? Wow, I love how everyone's going on the page like that. Wow, the west coastline along Highway 1 sported some of the most impressive rock formations. Look at this guy. Little romantic getaway to the mountains. They say you don't deserve to have her pictures up. Killer, where is this beautiful woman at? Karma will get you. Wow. Right, guys? You see? Let's just see this one. Ruins of a paper mill getting pulled into a creek years after a massacre by Union soldiers. Cool spot to chill. Guys, he's not well. Right after... Okay, wait. Ruins of a paper mill getting pulled into a creek. Years after a massacre by Union soldiers. Cool spot to chill. Not soldiers. It says soldiers, but maybe it means soldiers. I don't know. Oh, is that a cool spot to chill, bro? I mean, hey, I like abandoned places and nature taking over and all that, but he's like, yeah, this is so cool, like a massacre happened here. Like, okay. Wow. Me and the coolest kid I know, my nephew, BFF since the day he was born. Whoa. My goodness. What is going on here? 786-519-3708. I don't know what that is, but look at this. Just look at it. They say, could you draw a picture of where you left her body? Just asking. Damn, your art sucks. It's corny and evil. Oh my word. So, we've got, what is in the background? A goat, a pig, a bunny. We've got a fox in a friggin' with a knife. Man, this guy. Yeah, I hope FBI is digging into all the cults cropping up right now. They'll probably find more of him. Yes. The 3 pigs are the 3 women you killed. The 2 guns are for the ones who were found with gunshot wounds. No pants on and in a creek, and Gabby was beat to death, I'm assuming, by the baseball bat. Cringe AF, it's only a matter of time before you're caught. Woo. Oh, my goodness. No, he's giving me very, very sinister vibes. Very, very sinister. What in the hell? Who watches The Watchmen? Swipe for some Rorschach tests. Right. Okay. We got some My Favorite Comedy Duo. What else we got? Fight Club. One more time. Only after disaster can we be resurrected. It's only after you've lost everything that you're free to do anything. Nothing is static. Everything is evolving. Everything's falling apart. Yeah, all of these. What's going on here? How a man treats one another. Okay. Okay. What is going on here? Did you eat chicken? Ah, okay, he's not eating it. They say, are you drinking out of a plastic water bottle? Remember his views on plastic. Hand-painted piano done by my fiance and me. Found on a bike ride, decorated with plants we found hiking. Well, that is very beautiful. Also, I didn't mean to skip this one. Let's look at it. Charter Malam. Our mistake has been placing our faith in government rather than put our efforts into sustainable farming. Our forests paved the way. Oh no, our forest paved over for shopping malls opposed to everyone living amongst nature and living off the land rather than pillaging it. Yeah, bro, what kind of cult are you in, dude? What's going on here? Fry and Leela simplified. Little Harley I made back when. Love the new Joker. Wanted to make a minimal stamp of the new Prince of Crime. Oh man, I think this guy is freaking making statements with what he did. When I pondered whether I should do a Lucy stamp, all I could hear in the deep recesses of my mind was, do it. What else did you hear in the deep recesses of your mind, huh? Oh my word, sandworm incidents increased 13% since last year. His belly's shaking like a bowl full of nitroglycerin. My word, this says, any ideas for a holy trinity? And there were 3 women killed in Moab. Was that his holy trinity? Anyway, I'm sorry, I could deep dive this for hours. This has already been an hour. I really could, because I'm like, what is going on here? I've taken Chuck's books on 100-mile tracks through the AT, and there's nothing worse than losing my page. I'm not comfortable putting some generic marker in between such powerful pages, so I decided to print my own Chuck Palahniuk. I'm so sorry for butchering that name. I know I'm doing it because I don't know how to say it properly. Oh man, oh man. And the last picture he posted was this one, which said the humans are primates thing. I find it extremely eerie what he wrote here, and he wrote it on August 13th. And he also hasn't posted anything since August 13th. So if Gabby's mom heard from her on what, August 20, it was definitely on August 30th, which was a Monday, and I think on the 24th or 5th. I think it was the 25th. 24th, 25th, and 30th, but only via text. The 25th and 30th was text. I feel like there was a voice call on the 24th, possibly. What happened since then? But this is really eerie. One more time, just one more time, okay? Humans are primates, great apes in fact, but I don't know all how great we are as a species. You mean you, bro? Look in the mirror. Why are people who are always shitty to other people preaching that on Instagram? You know what I mean? Of like humans suck, like, you know, that negative stuff. Chimpanzees share 98.8% of their DNA with humans. He spells wonderfully. Our closest living relative. But as I see it, every living creature is in some way our relative, even trees. Okay, so he's saying that we are exactly like trees. We're related to trees. The next minute he says, only 800 million years ago. Only 800 million years ago. So for him, seriously, if he thinks only 800 million years ago, to him a week ago means absolutely nothing. He can wait 800 million years before he talks to the police and will say, well, it was only 800 million years ago. Only 800 million years ago, animal cells started appearing on Earth comprised of mainly the same parts and following the same functions as plant cells, requiring oxygen, solar energy, minerals, nutrients, and water. Okay. This tree, Juniperus osteosperma, I wonder if it even is the right tree. I will type that in just now. I'm going to highlight it and I'm going to copy it. was surviving in only inches of soil in an area of extreme heat and drought. I think our culture, our society has put itself above all living creatures, creating needs purely to support destructive economic practices. This tree doesn't require an Apple Watch. It doesn't stream its favorite shows or have a microwave oven, pay health insurance, or drink grand iced caramel macchiatos. It's just a tree, but you rarely see geese riding jet skis or wearing designer clothing either. Wow, let's just throw the geese in there while we're at it. So it's like humans are like trees. Now look at this tree. This tree is amazing, but humans are shitty, but also geese. Geese on jet skis or wearing designer clothing. I think if we all want breathable air and drinkable water, we all need to learn how to live with less. 11,328 likes on that post. My goodness. I wish we could see if Gabbie liked this post, because that would be interesting. How do we see that? You know? It would normally say it there, but I don't know how to see that now. Oh, we could report him or anything like that. Okay. Now, what I want to show you for 1 second, actually, is I was going to look up that, the tree. Yeah, no, it looks like a Utah juniper, Juniperus osteosperma. It's a shrub or small tree reaching 3 to 6 meters tall. It's native to the southwestern United States in Utah, Nevada, Arizona. Yes, okay. Cool, so it looks like it is the tree. He got the tree right. Well done, buddy, well done. But seriously, like, speak up. Wow. Yeah, so anyway, that's it for today. That was already an hour. I'm really sorry. This was supposed to be my day off, and here I am. Making videos. It's all good. I love doing this for you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know if you want to see more of it. I will gladly analyze the body cam footage with you. We can do that next week if you want, or whenever you're watching this. If you are new here, please subscribe, hit the notification bell. On my homepage, there's like a whole tab dedicated to the upcoming live streams. Have a look at that so that you don't miss out on anything. And yes, please leave some comments. I would love to hear your comments. Let's interact over there. I will see you guys soon, probably for the next live stream or the next movie night or whatever it is that's happening on this channel. If you don't want to miss out on anything, carve it up, everyone, carve it up. I will see you very soon.